Hey YouTube, Team Rocket here. Wanted to show you guys the deck profile I played at locals today. I don't have access to the tier 1 stuff right now, being, Shadal's, Burning Abyss, and Quill-Offs. So what I'm kind of been doing is playing some budget decks and stuff. Really waiting for the Masked Heroes to come out, because that is going to be awesome. So anyway, I'm sort of having to get creative and play some off-the-wall things that maybe you guys are interested in. So I'll show you guys this one. The deck I played is Batteryman. I didn't have all of the cards ready today. I kind of built this last minute. Turned out to be pretty good, and there's some pretty obvious changes that need to be made. So I'll go over those when I get to them. One of the things that I will say is I had left out an Industrial Strength. Some people I've seen even play 2 of those. I think the card is really garbage, because hopefully, this deck kind of has 1 push, maybe 2, and if they both fail, you've lost already. I don't think that 1 of Industrial Strength is going to help you, and I think that it adds to bad hands, which this deck will give you very often. I bricked probably 3 times today out of like 5 duels, so that's 12, 14 games, something like that, and 3 of them I just got hands that were just not playable and lost because of it, which is a relatively high ratio compared to some other decks. Anyway, let me get right into it. I'm kind of stalling. So the monster lamp's pretty straightforward. You have 3 9-volt. If you guys don't know what these do, when you summon this card, you add a Batteryman from your deck to your hand, and then this card's attack becomes doubled. If you use that effect, he'll destroy himself during your end phase. That's really important. It's anytime he's summoned, flip, special, or normal summoned, and he will destroy himself during your end phase, not your opponent's end phase. So that's important. 3 Microcell, 3 Batteryman Charger, 3 Batteryman Fuel Cell, and then I played 1 Thunder King and 1 Honest. So that's it. It's a really light monster lineup, but with the these 6 cards all get you others. They all plus and search out the other monsters. So actually, even with such a low monster lineup, there were several times where I'd have 3, 4 monsters in my hand, and it was almost too much. Where I would, I needed that key spell or trap to get me out of a bad situation. I didn't have it because I had too many monsters. Onto the spells. Monarch Stormforth. This is the only reason this deck is good. If you see this card, you win. If you don't see it, you're probably going to lose, and that's pretty sad. I would like to find a way to maybe play Soul Exchange or something, but Soul Exchange obviously isn't good because you're trying to OTK. So you definitely need your battle phase. I'm not sure what to do about this. There's got to be a way to get to this sooner. I'm even considering like Upstart Goblins. It is an OTK deck, but the quote-unquote OTK is only 6,800 damage anyway. So it's not like giving your opponent the extra 1,000 or 2,000 is going to make it less of an OTK, because it's already not an OTK. It's just put as much net damage on your opponent as you can. I played 3 MSTs and a Night Beam. Obviously, you have to clear out those back row to make your pushes. These were okay. There were some artifacts and stuff, though, at locals, so obviously the Night Beam is terrible for that. This did get sided out a lot. 2 Pot of Duality. This is in here just because that Stormforth is the most important card in your deck, and you have to try to find it. And there are times when you're looking at a Winda. I actually had Ophion summoned against me as well. And you just can't get yourself out of those bad situations if you don't have that Stormforth. So this was just to dig for that. Then I played 1 Book of Moon. This is just a utility card. It's always going to be good. And then I also used it a couple times to, when my 9-volt got Breakthrough Skilled or something, you can book it. And then when you flip it back up, you can then search again. Then Regeki, because it's Regeki, you need your OTKs. It gives much damage through to clear monsters. And then Battery Charger. I played this card, but I did not draw it or see it at all. all day, so I guess I need to play 2 just to try and draw it more, but just kind of an odd thing. I never drew the battery charger. Onto the traps, you have 3 Call of the Haunted. This is one of your key setup pieces for OTK if you don't have the microcell. So there's those. 2 D prisons, because you do have to get problem monsters off the board. Wind is a bitch, so this is just good. I also played 2 magic cylinders. The reason for magic cylinders is, like I said, your OTK combo is only 6,800 damage. So what you want to be able to do is do a little bit of burn damage, and then when you use magic cylinder, your opponent's monster is still going to be on the board for your turn to go, and then you can use Stormforth. So if you actually magic cylinder your opponent and their monster has more than 1,200 attack, which is pretty much guaranteed. I mean, they wouldn't be attacking you if it was smaller than that. So you go magic cylinder, Monarch Stormforth, summon a battery charger or a Batteryman charger, and that's your OTK. So the magic cylinders are actually pretty important. I might need a third one of those. I played 2 breakthrough skills, 1 compulse, 1 warning. This is awesome. Bottomless is good and bad. And then for my trap hate, I played 2 wiretap and trap stun. When I resolved the trap stun, I won that turn. The wiretaps are lackluster. There are some counter traps, like the alpha counter trap for the Stellar Knights, and also like warning, things like that. But if you can just trap stun and then try to go off from there, I think it's better. So definitely more trap stuns. This card is way too good, and that's one of the mistakes I had because I couldn't come up with trap stuns before the tournament to play them. So real quick, for those of you who don't know, let me show you how the OTK works. If you have Stormforth and Batteryman or Charger in your hand, basically your goal is to get to this. And you can get to this several different ways. You can have the 9-volt, summon the 9-volt and search for this. Or you can set the microcell. When the microcell goes face up, you special summon the 9-volt and then get your charger. Okay? And you don't even have to have the Monarch Stormforth, really. You can have a monster on the field, but you have to have some way, either a Geki or something, to clear your opponent's board. Anyway, so you're going to tribute summon for the charger, special summon 9-volt. 9-volt's effect activates, gets you a fuel cell to your hand. Fuel cell, when you control 2 Batterymen, you can special summon it from your hand. So you special summon fuel cell. 9-volt's now 2,000. Charger gains 300 for each Batteryman on the field. So he's at 27, and fuel cell's at 21. So that's 68 right there. That's the combo. It pretty much goes the same way every time. And then it is an OTK if, for example, you have another fuel cell in your hand that you can drop and push for the OTK. Or, like I said, you'd activated a magic cylinder, or your opponent used warning, or something like that. So you can really put the pressure on them with those. So that's basically how the OTK works. Ideally, you're going to have something like this. Obviously, that's a 4-card combo. But, I mean, this is a budget deck. You're going to have some combos that you need to have, a little bit more invested in it than just, top decking a Shaddoll Fusion or something. So, that's how that works. On to my side deck. My side deck was actually pretty good. I did enjoy this. I played 4 hands. This is because people, once they see Batteryman, they know that your face downs are going to be microcells. So if you side these in, they'll Regeki or Dark Hole or try to pop your face downs. And then you have the hands. I was also afraid of skill drains and light imprisoning mirrors. So the ice hands help solve that problem. So yeah, that's good. I played 1 Vanity's Fiend. I would have liked to play more because of the Stormforce and Tribute Fodder generally isn't a problem, but I can only find the 1. Played a DD Crow. This just seems like a good card. I enjoy DD Crow. I played 2 Chain Disappearance. I didn't play against Burning Abyss, so this didn't really come up. I did side this against Ying Zings, but never saw it. A Geometrio. This is in there for Burning Abyss. I guess it can also be for like even Satellars, so they can't get 3 out 3 monsters out to make their big exceeds, Trevor and Deltaros. But it's just kind of a trolley card. I'm playing Batteryman. Why not play Ojama Trio? There's also a bit of burn damage involved with these, so that can get you there. I played the 3 Shadow Mirrors. Obviously, I don't have any darks, and there's a lot of dark decks that are good. There was even like a Dark World player. What was there today? Shadal's, Dark World, and Evil Swarm. So, Shadow Mirrors. I played 1 creature swap. The idea here being that I could flip my microcell, search for a 9-volt, get the plus, and then creature swap the microcell to my opponent, and then run it over and get my draw. That never came up. And then lastly, the defusion, because you auto lose to a Winda. You have to get that off the board, so defusion. My extra deck was also kind of a mess because I didn't have the rank 6s that I needed. So for the 6s, I played a Bouncer and a Shogi Rook. This should be an M7 or a Gauntlet Launcher, or both. Maybe you should have 3, because you can drop those fuel cells and make the 6s. I had some 5s, Durendal, Pleiades, Volcasaurus. The Pleiades actually did come up once where I can make that. It was just a better situation to make this than these other 2. But they're just kind of in there. I mean, you don't really use your extra deck. I mean, especially once you use Monarch Storm 4th, you're not allowed to use your extra deck. So, I played 1 Slacker because you have space. And then just kind of some 4s, Dark Rebellion, Pallet Dynamo. All your guys are light. Even like with a Thunder King, you can get into this. Excite Knight, Emerald, Ragnar Zero, Sky Blaster, Cowboy, Dweller, and 101. I don't think I used any of these today, actually. I didn't. So I didn't use any of those. I didn't use this. I used the Pleiades once, and I used Strike Bouncer a couple times. When you can't finish off the OTK, because the deck doesn't finish off the OTK, it only does 6,800, being able to make this, and then, your opponent gets locked out. So that actually did win me a game where I was able to make this. And then they couldn't do anything for risking the burn damage for game, so I won because of that. So you definitely need these 2, and probably an M7 and a Gauntlet Launcher. So that's it for the Batteryman. Let me know what you guys think. It was just kind of a fun deck to play. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If there's any other fun decks that you guys would like me to build or try to play, let me know down in the comments. I will see what I can do about making those for you. That's it. So Team Rocket out.